Hello, everybody, and welcome to this video. I'm Shenoy Manek, a transformation coach. And in this channel, I provide you with psychology-based insights and powerful mind reprogramming strategies with which you can overcome all your internal limitations and start living a happy, fulfilled, and successful life. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 more hypnotic words that are going to help you reduce resistance in your conversation so that you can get more yeses. Whether it's your personal life or it's a sales situation or your marketing, these 5 words, these 5 phrases are so powerful that they can subconsciously influence others to make decisions. If you're new to this channel, please click the subscribe button because I'm going to be coming up with some very, very powerful content that's going to help you reprogram your subconscious mind and help you get better results in every area of your life. Let us first understand the importance of using these words and why you need to reduce resistance in conversations. Now, there is one thing about human beings. If you tell them something, they don't want to listen. Isn't that true? If you ask somebody for something, if you tell someone to do something, the first thing that they're going to think is, why? Why should I do this? And that's because we have this conscious filter in our minds that makes us instantly suspicious of other people. Even if somebody appreciates and says, hey, you look good today, the first question that comes to most people's mind is, why is this person saying this? What does this person want? So resistance is a natural consequence in every single conversation. It happens, right? So if you can learn how you can put the conscious mind of the other person aside and speak directly to the subconscious mind of the other person, you can reduce that resistance and people get convinced and influenced easily. Amazing, isn't it? If you haven't watched the part 1 of this video where I have discussed 5 hypnotic words, after this video, ensure that you're going back and watching that video as well. So the first word that you can use to reduce resistance is now, right? And it's such a short word and it can be so easily embedded in a sentence that you can actually get people to take action without them realizing it. For example, can you please pass me the salt now? Right? So can you please pass me the salt is the way you would usually say it, but you say, can you please pass me the salt now? The now is almost like a mumble in the end, but it's like a command to the subconscious mind of the other person. It happens so quickly that the conscious mind doesn't catch it and the subconscious mind goes, okay. And there is a compulsion that's added to that. For example, so when would you like to sign the papers now? And trust me, when I say this, try it with somebody, they don't even realize you've embedded the now. But please remember one thing, folks. Before you use any of these 5 hypnotic phrases, remember that these work best when you are doing something that creates a win-win situation. I know that most people who are watching my channel have good intentions, and of course, you can learn things from different places. And I'm giving you some really, really powerful secrets out here. And I trust that you're going to be using it for productive things. You'll be using it in your coaching programs and your training programs to influence people. You'll be using it in your selling situations, but always when it is good for you and the other person as well. So give me a thumbs up and type in I agree if you believe that all these strategies must always be used for ethical reasons. Please type in an I in the comment section. And let's move on to strategy number 2. The second hypnotic word is because, right? Because. Now, how to use because and how does it work? Most of the time when someone tells us to do something or gives us an idea, the first question that our mind comes up with is, why should I do this, right? Why? So most often we don't even bother to answer that question. We say, okay, let's go watch a movie, or I think this is good for you, or you tell your child, do your homework, right? And that question, why, tends to stay unanswered most often than not. And subconsciously, because that person doesn't have an answer why you're asking them to do something, they come up with resistance, right? So just by adding because, and you can say anything after the because, trust me, you can say something like, hey, let's go for a movie because I'm feeling like it. That's it. You can just, I feel like watching a movie because it's just an amazing day today. You embed the because really quickly. Doesn't mean that when you're using because, you're going to be giving a long explanation after that, because the more you explain, it's going to turn conscious. That because you have used the word because there, That was like a double because in a sentence, right? You are influencing their subconscious mind to think that they agree with it, that they have got an explanation. If you're enjoying this video, please type in I am enjoying in the comment section so that I know that you are finding all the content that I'm giving you very, very valuable. The third phrase is imagine. Imagine. Now, plenty of times you want to do something and you want to convince somebody else to do something, right? You want to take a vacation and you're trying to convince your spouse to agree, or you want to um, take a vacation and you're trying to convince your boss about it, or you want a promotion, you're trying to convince somebody about something, right? Most often than not, again, the other person may not get convinced because that person is not able to imagine the scenario. Also, imagine is more or less like a dream, right? It's not reality. When you ask somebody, imagine how wonderful it's going to be. Imagine that you have somebody to support you. Imagine how it would feel when we both really are spending time with each other and we are bonding. You're not asking that person to do anything. Resistance comes up sometimes when you're pushing somebody to do something. Just by slipping in the word imagine, you're telling them what you want, but you're not asking them to do it. You're just asking them to imagine. And the moment you say the word imagine, you're making them think and visualize what you want. And most often than not, when you do that, you're selling a house rather than saying, I think you need to buy this house. This house is good for you. You're going to be saying, hey, imagine how it would feel to live in this home with your family and those quiet evenings you would spend in the garden, and when it's raining, you would sit in the foyer, and how incredible that would be for you. So you're just creating visuals when you're saying imagine. Imagine is a very, very powerful word. You can get people to think of everything you want them to think of without really pushing them to do it. Before we move ahead with the other 2 points, if you're enjoying this video, please click on the like button so that my video can reach more and more people and I can continue making such valuable content for everyone. Point number 3 is thank you. Now you might say, what, really? Yeah. Those words that our parents taught us and said, say thank you, they say sorry, right? These are words that actually influence people. When you say thank you to somebody, have you ever heard the phrase thank you in advance? You see that in email. It creates a kind of compulsion with that other person because you have already shown gratitude. You want to do something for somebody because they just show appreciation and gratitude towards you. You're like, that person really cares about what I do, and hence you want to do more for them. Say that once in a while in your relationships to your boss. Hey, boss, thank you for all your support. Trust me, just by adding that thank you, you can bring down resistance in any conversation instantly. Also, remember, folks, while using any of these phrases, please ensure that they're relevant, right? They're relevant. You can't probably in the middle of a fight say, thank you. It doesn't fit in there. Or in the middle of a fight, say, imagine. You just got to be a little intelligent about it, and you will need some time to slowly try these out. So try these out in normal circumstances with your family, with your kid. If you're trying to convince your kid to do something, with your spouse, you're trying to convince your spouse to do something, with the friend who is putting up resistance with something. Try it in your normal situations a little bit, and when you see and then when you start practicing and you start getting good at it, and then you start just using it in your language while you're speaking and people don't even realize it, that's when it's really going to start working. The fifth hypnotic word is you can. There's a big difference between can you and you can. Many times when I'm training or I'm coaching people, I say you can in my normal conversation. It's not, oh, you can, I can. It's not that motivating kind of you can. It's just a you can. Like, so you can begin to feel better. You can come home early sometimes. You can. So it's very different from you have to, which creates it's like an order, or you should, again, which is like a rule and an order. People don't like to be told you should do this and you should do that. But if you want to really motivate somebody, slip in you can just in your conversations without any additional jazz to it. So I hope you have really, really enjoyed this video. I am going to be coming up with a lot of such powerful content on neuro-linguistic programming, law of attraction, emotional intelligence, and many, many such powerful brain sciences, so that you can understand how your subconscious mind works, how you work, how other people work, how you can reprogram yourself, influence others, and get some amazing results in your life. So do consider subscribing to this channel if you haven't already done so, and share it with your friends. And it was wonderful speaking with you all today. I'm going to see you all very soon in another video on influence. Bye bye, everybody, and have a wonderful day.